Hari Om. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 5, Shlokas 27 and 28. Sparśhān kṛitvā bahir bāhyāmśh chakṣhuśh chaivāntare bhruvoḥ prāṇāpānau samau kṛitvā nāsābhyantara-chāriṇau yatendriya-mano-buddhir munir mokṣha-parāyaṇaḥ vigatechchhā-bhaya-krodho sadā mukta eva saha. Supreme Lord Shri Krishna says, shutting out all thoughts of external enjoyment with the gaze fixed on the space between the eyebrows, equalizing the flow of the incoming and outgoing breath in the nostrils, and thus controlling the senses, mind and intellect, the sage who becomes free from desire, fear and anger always lives in freedom. In these two shlokas, Lord Shri Krishna has given a preview of the next chapter. Lord gives a scheme of practice by which one can gain in himself a complete integration. This is the progression Shri Krishna has established for Arjuna in the first 5 chapters. Action is better than renunciation. Karma yoga is better than jnana yoga. And when he does karma yoga and eventually he wanted to renounce the world, that time he can practice Ashtanga yoga. The external world of objects by itself cannot bring any disturbances unless one remains in contact with them through body, mind or intellect. But if we shut out external objects, not physically, but through discrete intellectual detachment at the mental plane, we shall discover in ourselves the necessary tranquility for starting meditation. Having turned away from all sense contacts, the sage centers the gaze of meditation in the middle of the eyebrows. If one meditates with eyes open, the mind may be distracted by sense attractions. If he closes his eyes, there is the danger of sinking into sleep. So with eyes half closed, the sage fixes the gaze in the center of the eyebrows. Some others concentrate on the tip of the nose. That practice which is agreeable to the aspirant may be followed. The aim here is to prevent the mind from going out and fixing it in the self within. Pranayama is one of the practices of the Ashtanga Yoga. There is an intimate relationship between the rhythm of the flow of breath in us and our own mental thought conditions. The more agitated the mind is, the more irregular is the rhythm of our breathing. Making the breath regular and balanced by the practice of pranayama is good for bodily health and concentration of the mind. The prana and the mind are closely interlinked. If one is controlled, the other is automatically controlled without any particular effort. So, control of breath is a necessary practice to bring the wandering mind to a state of stillness. That is the reason Shastras have prescribed breath control as an important aspect of sadhana. These instructions relate to physical adjustments. The instructions relating to mental and intellectual adjustments are then given. The seeker is asked to be free from desire, fear, and anger. Vigatechchhā-bhaya-krodho, to attain perfect peace of mind. There is an intimate relationship between these three. Desire, we had found earlier, is that pattern of thought in which the mind runs constantly towards a given object with an anxious expectation of procuring and possessing it. Where there is a desire, there we come to experience fear. When we desire a thing so much, there is always the fear of losing it. Maddening anger can exhibit itself at any moment against any threat of an obstacle between ourselves and our object of desire. When these three emotions, desire, fear, and anger, are controlled, we have controlled almost all the mad impulses of our intellect. By the words, Yas sadā mukta evasa, Shri Krishna says, such a sage is already liberated, is always liberated. So when an individual follows these steps, he can remain in the contemplation of truth without any distractions. Such a man of meditation experiences the freedom of Godhood. Hari Om. Jai Shri Radhe Krishna.